Alright. Here we go. So, for today, we are going to be trying to make one of, where did I put it? These. Well, technically not one of these. One of, here it is. These. Now, the main thing about this kind of project here is simply that, and it simply can be, just how unpredictable the gears may be for the gears. I can easily try to do whatever I can to put these inside the mold just as gently as possible. I can do whatever it takes to get them inside just right and properly as possible, and I still cannot have that much control over what happens next. I can only do so much. Why did I drink so much coffee before? The filming is beyond me, but that's beside the point. I can easily say that the thing I can control right now is simply which gear I pick and how I try to put it in. And everything else after that is basically up to the gravitate. See? I did not know that it was gonna... the gear I put in was... gonna fall in a certain way. However, the thing I can control is what gear I pick and where I want to put it. I could also just easily for now, just pour the resin into the mold as is. Or some of it to help it go easily. But I know for sure that there's going to be another problem to deal with. Bubbles. One look. There we go. Oh. And as you can see, sometimes things don't go the way you thought they were going to. But things can work out in the end. If you know how to work with it. Pour a little extra in. Drop. Squeeze out the bubble. The gear right in. Maybe finagle it like that. And a bit more heat. To get the extra bubbles out. Because sometimes that sort of thing happens. All right. Could like so. And let it sink in naturally, like that. And then if I feel like that'll work, all I have to do is put it in and let it work, and let the light do its work. Meanwhile, I can easily show you the ones that I have done so far. Now, if things go the way I hope they will, I'd be able to create more of these, to create an entire set of these. Needs to be able to send them all out to people and see what they think of it. Now, do I know everything that comes about with making these things? No, I don't. Am I going to pretend that I know what I'm doing? No, I will not. Would it be fun to try sometimes? Absolutely, it will be fun. It would be fun to try pretending like I know everything about these projects. However, for example, I don't know specifically why it seems as though bubbles keep messing up some of my projects. The reason I got the heat gun in the first place was because I thought it would help. I could easily just keep pretending I know what I'm doing, that keep pretending I know everything, and just keep making horrible works of art out of these pieces, and not learn a thing from anyone. Or I could easily try figuring out things, experimenting, trying some things out, having mistakes, admitting that I have made at least a few, especially like this one. And trying some things out here and there. And even down to the idea that I can easily try figuring out a way to make it so that this one looks even better. Is there a bubble inside? Are there bubbles? What causes bubbles to happen? Air is trapped inside? Do some of these bubbles actually either make them look better, or do I need to fix them? Either way, it's a learning experience. It's an experience. If I can easily take time out of my day to learn about how to make something like this but better, I can try. But don't worry. As far as I can tell, I can easily also just simply be that there are some things that some people can easily do that I don't. There's probably an artist right now, somewhere on the beach, who is able to do something along the lines of make it so that in this case, for example, they can easily look at the ocean line and try to make it so that they do a resin painting using the very sand of the beach that they are on, and make it look like they are at. Make it so that it is so beautiful that you can actually see the sea. That you feel like you can actually see the sea on the beach that they were at. Am I at that level? Probably not. Am I ever going to pretend that I am? Absolutely not. Am I going to ever be able to say along the lines that I might be able to get there? Maybe. That would be a pretty interesting thing to try out, but I don't think anyone ever has gotten there by giving up or just pretending that they know what they're doing from day one. I mean, even look at this one. I am pretty happy that this one turned out pretty nicely, but there are still some bubbles that I am still going to need to get. Need to figure out how to fix. And there's the second pawn. And I can easily call this one Mechanical Mayhem. And I can easily call this entire set, if I'm ever going to be able to get the chance to finish it, Mechanical Mayhem. Either way, I like how this turned out. And if I ever do start selling these, well, let's just say that I'm pretty sure that no two chess sets are going to be exactly the same. And that's half the fun.